Our next horse story is called Punch Drunk, and it basically is the story about myself and CK, one of many that you'll get to hear if you listen through a lot of our videos that we have. But CK and I were out for a ride one evening, and my wife and daughter decided to go along. And as we were riding, we came up on a group of folks alongside a creek. Well, they were friendly folks, and they invited us to come over and share in their barbecue. They had a lot of stuff to enjoy. So they're inviting us over, and we stop off, tie our horses off. They've got their vehicles parked nearby. We've got our horses tied off. Everybody's running around. Our horses aren't alarmed by the kids running around or the splashing, the occasional firework going off. They're not alarmed by that at all. You know, the smell of the smoke off the fire. We're enjoying some freshly made barbecue, and they were even cooking shrimp right there on the shoreline of the creek. And up comes this guy, unfortunately very intoxicated, and comes walking up behind my horse. Well, with most people's horses, you have to be very careful not to get kicked when approaching from behind, and especially with what this guy proceeded to do, because he walks up behind my horse and loudly announces what a beautiful horse he is, then rears back for no explainable reason and punches my horse in the posterior. Now, I'm coming quickly at this point. I'm upset. At this point, I'm not going to hit him. I'm not a violent person, but I definitely was going to prevent him from hitting my horse and, if necessary, wrestle him to the ground. But as I'm doing what I'm doing, my horse turns around and looks at the guy like, dude, why did you just hit me in the butt? That wasn't very nice. Very calmly. He spent his life, as you see right there, with me patting on him and rubbing on him all over. And he's comfortable with me and accepts anyone in his space, right behind him, right under him, literally sitting on his backside. And he's not alarmed about it. I can run up and jump onto his back, or as that guy did, run up and smack him on the posterior. This guy, very drunk, doesn't realize that he should have been laying on his back, waiting for the hospital, or waiting for the ambulance rather, to take him to the hospital. And so as I run up, he doubles up his fist to punch again. I drag him backwards, but not before he managed to hit my horse a second time. Now, I was a fair distance away and rapidly approaching, and I grabbed him, drug him around in a circle. I said, hey, don't do that. Do not hit my horse. And he goes, oh, he ain't going to do nothing. I said, you've obviously never been around horses. I said, most people's horses would knock you into next week. And unfortunately for this guy, he kind of deserved it. But that is exactly why we train our horses the way we do. This little smack right here on his backside is to allow us to work around him anywhere, and if a piece of tack smacks him, or a cord of some kind like a bungee, or if we have to smack a horsefly, which is what I'm hunting in this particular video, is a horsefly that had come up on my horse. And you notice I can walk directly in front of his nose, step under him, walk directly behind him, and he doesn't care. These are the type of techniques we teach in our videos. We want your horse to be this comfortable with you and other people, even if they are a knucklehead, and even if they do deserve to get whacked right in the teeth because they came up behind a horse and punched them. Fortunately for this guy, he didn't get hurt. We were able to calm him down and get him away from the horse, and life was good. But that type of response, where a kid would come up and not understand, is the kind of response you want from your horse. At the very most, mild agitation, mostly from my horse turning around looking at the guy like, yeah, what was that for? That's the kind of response you want, not somebody being sent to the hospital because of an innocent mistake. Hope those thoughts help. Hope you enjoyed the story.